Hi everyone, it's Meg. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to slice an image. Let's get started. I'm going to open my Cricut Design Space app. And from here, if you don't already have it open, select New Project, and you'll be able to see this grid screen. We're going to be using the toolbar at the very bottom of our screen and start with text. What we'll be creating today is the ever popular design of life. So we want a chunky font option. Once I have the font I'd like to use, I'm going to type in the word life in all capital letters and hit enter or return on my screen. Once I have my word, I'm going to expand that so I have a little bit more of retail space to work with. And I'm going to click my empty grid lines. From here, I'm going to select images and search for items that relate to what I want to create. So in this design, you can certainly do something that is bus driver life or mechanic life or teacher life or Diet Coke life. Whatever you want to celebrate is fine. This is a really fun way to be able to make a fun t-shirt for yourself, for your child, your spouse, your coworker. Celebrate something that's unique to them. I'm going to go to Images and select one that I would like to work with. I really like this paintbrush here, so I'm going to click it once and select Insert in the bottom right. Notice I can't really see my paintbrush right now, and that's okay. So I'm going to overlay what letter I'd like it to be a part of. Click my empty grid lines. With my finger, I'm going to drag and highlight the word life as well as the image I'm trying to work with. In my bottom toolbar, I want to make sure I have the word actions selected. It'll be in green. Once that's selected, I'm going to select slice. It's towards the right of my screen. And if you notice, you don't see much change, but let me show you. You're going to click your empty grid lines and then drag the word life up. You're going to see the paintbrush is now part of the word L. The pieces that it cut out below that, we actually don't need. So we're going to click and exit, and you're going to exit until your screen is clear. It's usually 3 images that you will have to delete. So we want to fill up the rest of these letters so that we are able to celebrate a crafter's attic life. We're going to go back to Images, and I'm going to search Cricut. So many of us use our Cricut for designs, so I'd like to celebrate that. I love this weeding tool. I'm going to click on that once and hit Insert. I'm just going to rotate my image so that it's able to be in the direction I'd like to use it. Oops. And once I do that, I'm going to push it here up on my letter I. I like to do things off center. It does not need to be perfect. That's the nice thing about crafts. None of it's perfect. Once I do that, I'm going to repeat the same steps as I did before. So I'm going to highlight my word life and my image. Once I do that, as long as I have actions selected at the bottom, I'm going to hit slice. And this time, I'm going to click my grid lines and move my word life down. I can then exit out of all of these. I don't need all these duplicates of whatever is left over. And I'm going to repeat it again. We're going to add some more things. So we'll go back to Images. And Cricut already has, if you're not familiar, a lot of great options already built in as images. I always like to search there first before creating something on my own, or like this, using a combination of what Cricut has and something I can create. I'm going to select this pen option, hit Insert, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click it, make it a little bit bigger. I'll put this in my E. And notice I'm not completely putting it inside of it. I like to overlap a little bit. Click my grid lines. I'm going to highlight the word life and the image I want it to be a part of. Make sure actions is selected at the bottom and hit slice. Click my empty grid lines. And then I want to pull life down, and I can delete all of the extras. And I'm going to do one more so that the word has a picture in every single letter. Go back to images. I'm going to search for something in this same piece. This looks great. I'm just rotating and changing my size. I'm using the keys again that surround my image. Place that here in the F. Click my empty grid lines. I'm going to highlight. Make sure Actions is selected in the bottom toolbar. Select Slice. Click my empty grid lines again. Drag life down. And delete what I don't need. So now I have a personalized life for crafting. Some people might want to put some more things in these extra spaces. You're welcome to do that. Sometimes I find less is more. Sometimes more is more. It really is just your personal preference. You can't go wrong. So let's see if we can maybe find one more. And I'm going to pick the Cricut logo. Hit Insert. I'm going to rotate it and see if I can get it to fit. Oops, let's move that up a little bit. See if I can get it to fit here. Click my empty grid lines, highlight. Oh, and it's not letting me slice it. You know, I've noticed on a couple of different things, a couple of different words, that I've run into this issue, and I haven't been able to figure it out yet. So if you have been able to figure out the rhyme or reason to it, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Let's pick this guy. And rotate him a little bit. Put him here, highlight, make sure Actions is picked, hit Slice, click my empty grid lines, and then drag my word down. I'm going to delete what I don't need. And now I have a personalized life. Last thing I'm going to do is hit Slice, and I'm going to pick a font that is different than the block pattern I used. So I really like to put cursive and a blockier font together. I think that they mimic each other well, or a skinny font. So I'm going to pick Card Decals. I like this one. Once that loads, I like to type often in capital letters. And I'm going to type in Craft Addict. Now I can place this wherever I'd like it to be. And I have created a fun Craft Addict life option. I always like to save, hit Save As, Craft Addict Life, and save it to the cloud. Now I'm able to share this with friends, and if you want this, let me know. I can send you the link. Thanks so much for following. If you have any other questions, let me know.